In this lecture, I am going to discussing about the introduction of game theory. First, we will look for the what is mean by game. Game is defined as an activity between two or more persons involving activities by each person according to a set of rules, at the end of which each person receives some benefit or satisfaction or suffers loss. Let us see the example of playing a chess game. Here two persons are involving and each person having the different strategies and applying based on the opponent strategy, and each player playing according to a set of rules. Moreover, each person receives some benefits or loss based on his strategy. Let us see the another definition for the game. So it is a situation of conflict and competition in which two or more competitors are involved in decision making in anticipation of certain outcomes over a period of the time. So game is a competition situation and involving in decision making in expecting of outcomes over a period of the time. Let us see some examples of the game. So first one is the advertising and other marketing campaigns between the competing various business firms. So another example is the several candidates consisting in the elections. These are the examples of the game. Let us see the definition of the game theory. So game theory is a type of decision theory in which one's choice of action is determined after taking into account all possible alternatives available to an opponent playing the same game, rather than just by the possibilities of several outcomes. Let us see the example of the chess game. If player A strategy is the moving the pawn 2 steps in front of the king. For this, player B having the many strategies. For example, he will be move the pawn 2 steps in front of the king, or maybe in front of the queen, or maybe 1 step of the pawn, so in front of the elephant or maybe camel, or maybe you have to move the horse. These are the so many strategies are there. He will be select the best one and expecting the several outcomes. Next, we have to see the general terminologies are using in the game theory. First one is the number of players. If a game involves only 2 players or only 2 competitors, then it is called as a 2-person game. If the number of players is more, the game is referred as n-person game. And second one is the sum of gains and losses. If in a game sum of the gains to one player is exactly equal to the sum of losses to another player. So here sum of the gains of one player exactly equal to the sum of losses to the another player, so that sum of the gains and losses equals to 0, then the game is said to be a zero sum game. Otherwise, it is said to be a non-zero sum game. Third one is the strategy. The strategy for a player is the list of all possible actions. What are the actions mean? Some moves, some decision alternatives or course of action, whatever. The strategy for a player is the list of all possible actions that are likely to be adopted by him for every outcome. The outcome resulting from a particular strategy is also known to the players in advance and is expressed in the terms of the numerical values. For example, outcome is the money or maybe percentage of the market share or utility, whatever we have to express. This output we have to express in the terms of the numerical values. So in general, the following two types of strategies are followed by a player in a game. First one is the pure strategy. So among the various strategies, if a player select only one particular strategy and ignoring the remaining strategies, then it is called as a pure strategies. So in the pure strategy, player has selected only one particular strategy and ignoring the remaining all these strategies. This type of strategy we are calling as the pure strategy. For example, here sum of all the strategies is equal to the 1. For example, let us consider a player having the 4 strategies, P1 and P2 and P3 and P4. The summation of these all strategies equal to the 1, and a pure strategy means he have to select the only one strategy. Maybe he is considering the only third strategy. So remaining 3 strategies he is neglecting. Then probability of the particular strategy is equal to the 1 and probability of the remaining strategy is equal to the 0. So these type of strategy we are calling as the pure strategy. Next, mixed strategy. A set of strategies that a player chooses on a particular move of the game with some fixed probability are called as the mixed strategies. So there is a probabilistic situation and objective of each player is to maximize expected gain or to minimize expected loss by making the choice among pure strategies with fixed probabilities. So here sum of the strategies is equal to the 1 and the probability of the individual strategies less than the 1. Let us consider in this example, so player having the 4 strategies and the probability of the summation of all the strategies equal to the 1. Let us consider the player is selecting the 2 strategies, P1 and P2, remaining 3 and 4 he is neglecting. So then this type of, previously he selected only one strategy only, but here he is selecting the 2 strategies. So this is a mixed strategy and remaining one he is neglecting. Here probability, let us consider P1 is selecting the first strategy maybe 65%, so 0.65, and probability of selection of the second strategy is remaining 65 minus 100 is the 35%. Remaining 2 is neglecting, then P3 and P4 equal to the 0. Here sum of all the strategy equal to 1, so P1 plus P2 plus P3 plus P4 equal to 1. Probability of the individual strategy is less than the 1, so here P1 also less than the 1, P2 also less than the 1. And next one is the payoff matrix. The payoff is nothing but a quantitative measure of satisfaction that a player gets at the end of the play, which you have to say that one the outcome, output or maybe outcome. The payoffs in terms of gains or losses, when players select their particular strategy, can be represented in the form of the matrix called as the payoff matrix. Payoff matrix is nothing but it is the outcome of the particular strategy. That is we are expressing in the terms of the numerical values. So we have to express the all the outcome of all the strategies we are calling as the payoff matrix. Since the game is zero sum, the gain of one player is equal to the loss of other and vice versa. In other words, one player's payoff table would be contain the same amount in payoff table of the another player, which is sign is changed. So let's see here player A and the player B. So this is the payoff matrix for the two players, and let us consider this is the zero sum game. So here gain of the player A equal to the loss of the player B. So it is the zero sum game. So two players are there. So player A having the three strategies 1, 2, 3. Similarly, player B also having the three strategies. And we are representing these values, these numbers 20, 10, 22. These are all the outcome for the particular strategy. For example, one by one. So player A having the first strategy. Similarly, player B also applying the first strategy. They are representing the 20. So it is the outcome of the strategies. And one more thing, here we are representing so in the terms of the player A only. So if the outcome is positive means gain for a player A and loss for a player B. For example, player A is selecting the first strategy and player B also selected the first strategy. Then the outcome is the 20. This means player A is getting the 20 gain and player B getting the 20 loss. Similarly, if the outcome is negative means loss for the player A and gain for a player B. So this is the payoff matrix. There are various methods to find value of the game under decision making environment of certainty are as follows. Decision making environment is subclassified into certainty decision making environment, uncertainty decision making environment and risk decision making environment. Here we are discussing the various methods to find the value of the game in certainty environment only. And this certainty environment is subclassified into non-competitive situation and the competitive situation. In certainty environment and competitive situations, there are the various methods are there to find the value of the game. First one is if the game is pure strategy game, then we have to apply the minimax and maximin principle to find out the value of the game. If the game is following the mixed strategy means which not having this saddle point, then we are having the different methods, that is the depend upon the size of the payoff matrix. If the payoff matrix size is the 2 by 2 order, which means player A having the two strategies and player B also having the two strategies, that is the 2 by 2 order payoff matrix. We are having the four methods, that is the algebraic method, analytical method and matrix method, and one more thing, shortcut method. If the payoff matrix is not the 2 by 2 order, if it is the 2 by n or m by 2, which means player A having the only two strategies but player B having the more than the two strategies, or maybe player A having the more than the two strategies but player B having the only two strategies, then have to go for the graphical method. And another one is the m by n order payoff matrix, which means player A having the more than two strategies, similarly player B also having the more than two strategies, then have to go for the LP, linear programming method. Thank you.